Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, North Texas, here we go, right out of the gate on a Thursday. Of course, everyone eyeballing the weekend already. And I tell you what, leading into the weekend, specifically talking about tonight through Saturday, we've got rain, storm chances on the way. In fact, some heavier weather, even severe weather is showing up in the weather charts. Want to get you caught up on the latest storm timeline as we go over the next few minutes. Really a lot to talk about this morning, but not so much today. We still want to enjoy our Thursday. There will be increasing cloud cover, mostly cloudy to maybe even at times cloudy skies, but it will be, we'll call it warmer. We've got a warm front lifting through, so we'll take the temperatures up by a few degrees into the mid 80s today. A southerly wind, you'll notice a little more humidity building as we go through the afternoon as well. Of course, all of that priming the atmosphere for this rain event that we're going to be talking about. This is where we started the morning. Wanted to show this. A lot of locations with the cloud cover like the Metroplex. Our western counties were right around 60, but there were a few chillier spots. Look off to the northeast this morning. Less cloud cover up there. Paris down to 48 this morning. In fact, even Hopkins County, Sulphur Springs also down to 48, again, right around sunrise this morning. So in the southern plains, we're basically quiet right now. There's two things that I'm watching. Number one, it's this red line. It's this warm front. It's going to continue to lift north through the day, again, kind of ushering in at least a little bit more in the way of humidity, some warmer temperatures. Could there be a stray shower near that boundary? Not impossible. It's only about a 10% or less probability this afternoon. But truly, what I'm watching, it's this right here. It's this upper level storm system causing active weather from the desert southwest all the way up into parts of Colorado and Utah. It's this upper level storm system. Can you see the counterclockwise spin? We've essentially been talking about this all week long, but here it is. It's now on final approach into the Great Plains. That's what will eventually move directly across North Texas. But notice it's detached from the main jet stream. The main jet stream is well to our north. This is what we call a cutoff low. These typically have a mind of their own, and they typically move a little slower. So that's why we have several opportunities, several rounds, several waves, if you will, of rain and storms, again, beginning tonight and then basically persisting all the way through parts of Saturday before that system finally ejects out and again begins to move off to the east once we get into Sunday. So today there's going to be clouds. Again, you can see it right there. Could there be a stray shower? Again, not impossible, nothing really meaningful. I think through most of the evening we're relatively quiet through like 9 p.m. So Thursday evening plans, again, still quite doable. It's after 9 p.m. Take a look to the north here. Scattered showers and thunderstorms begin to move in from the north. They sag to the south through the overnight. By sunrise tomorrow morning, sunrise Friday morning, the morning commute in the Metroplex looks wet. Again, some of that could be strong to severe with some damaging wind gusts around, vivid lightning, heavy rain, ponding on the roadways. Would really anticipate a slow go of it tomorrow morning here in the Metroplex. That persists through about the middle part of the afternoon. Could be a little bit of scattered activity, but I think late Friday afternoon, Friday evening, we begin to dry a lot of this up. And then late Friday evening, here comes this right here. Complex of storms coming out of the big country. Early indications are some bowing segments embedded within this, meaning some damaging wind gusts. Could even be an isolated brief spin-up tornado threat in our western counties. And of course, the opportunity here, a very heavy rain. In fact, some localized flooding concerns developing as well. That lingers through most of the overnight Friday and early parts of Saturday. Then even as we go through Saturday, there may be some redevelopment with even some hail concerns even on Saturday before we clear it all out getting into Sunday. Opportunity of severe weather this evening, mainly off to the northwest, again with the hail and a wind threat, quarter-size hail, winds to 60 mile per hour. Again, a very isolated tornado warning can't be ruled out, but don't really necessarily see that tonight materializing, again off to the northwest. Now for tomorrow, Friday, different story here. I would anticipate this area red being expanded a little bit further to the east, deeper into North Texas, again for a wind threat and also a brief spin-up tornado threat, again as that complex does begin to move in. The other piece of this, very heavy rain, 1, 2, 3, maybe even some locations picking up nearly 4 inches of rain, again with some flooding concerns developing. So low mid 80s today. We're basically dry. Again, your evening plans look doable, no complications there. Again, rainstorms begin to build in overnight, and again as we go through tomorrow Friday, rounds of rain and storms, highs only in the lower 80s. So again, we look quite unsettled heading into the first part of the weekend.